What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about TAR's AI, TAI today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into you guys. It is the 28th day of June, and here we are at about 8.5 cents, 21 hours, 15 minutes left in the day. Coming down a little bit off of this nice, robust 38.8% move on the 23rd of June here. It's looking like a bull flag, really. If we're looking at this on a 4-hour time frame, it might be more obvious. Maybe less like a bull flag, but still very. It is a bull flag. It looks like a bull flag, at least for now. Okay, I would say it is. From a low here to a high, if this bull flag range true and that is the low, we'll see if it is. Maybe we go a little bit lower, but that measure move would take us all the way up to about 13.6 cents. If TAR's AI, and maybe I should say when, it gets back to these prices, you guys, likely we're going to break through this, right? You've kind of got a double bottom throughout this consolidation phase versus a very flat and grinded out top. I would think we rip through it, man. It's not, in essence, it's not going to stop there. Maybe you move up here, you stop momentarily, but you're going to go through. It's going to be phenomenal. So this is a good look. Even if we go lower, that measure move will still take us up to these areas where things would start to get exciting. Let's look at the 1-hour time frame and see if we have found our low or if we have lower to go. Okay, looking at the 1-hour RSI. I like the 1-hour RSI. I actually really do like it. It could go lower, but I'm not convinced completely yet. Let's look at this low to high here real quick. Maybe on the 4-hour time frame. Come on, right there. There we go. Low to high. 382 support, 236 rejection. That would implicate that we go lower. If we were to go lower, I don't know, lower highs, lower lows, that whole thing, right? Down to that area, down to the 0.5 zone, right at about, what was that, 7.7 cents? 7.72 cents, something like that in that area, find support, and then bam, ripped through the roof on this bull flag. I mean, yeah, if that measure move were to be adjusted for the 0.5, where would that take us from a low to a high here? That'd probably take us a little bit lower. Not 13 cents, but just below 13 cents. Still at areas that are prior resistance, and again, I don't think you'd be held up by this, at least not for too long. Still a bullish look. Maybe it's not a bull flag at all. Maybe we break out of it to the downside. And if we were to break out and go lower than what I'm talking about, which would be the 0.5 there at about 7.7 cents, if we don't hold that as support, the lowest that I'd give you is 7 cents. I don't think we go below 7 cents, you guys. So here we are, 8.4 cents, 8.5 cents. I highly doubt that we're going to go lower than 7 cents, okay? And there's a solid chance that we find support at 7.7 cents, okay? 4-hour RSI looks like it wants to go lower. It looks like it wants to go lower. If you were going to find support here, I think you would have done it already, and I don't think that you are. So you probably do go lower. Does the 1-hour have lower highs and higher highs? No, it doesn't. Okay. Not being helpful at all. Kind of tricky, not going to lie. Kind of tricky. Daily time frame, I feel like, helps us a little bit, right? Rejecting the 50, lower highs, lower lows overall. I could see you going down, right? Even if you don't go below this low, which, again, I'm not expecting that you do. I don't even think you'll get below 7 cents, but something a little bit lower, right? Maybe what you do is you'll find support. Do you like to find support at 35 to 40? Look at that. Yes, you do. Look at that. It's perfect. Look, you find support right here. It's perfect. It's literally a match made in heaven, man. Maybe a little bit above that, right here. Something that would depict a little bit lower in these areas that you commonly find support and resistance. Look at that in the daily RSI. That's a significant area there. Something that's a little bit lower, nothing too crazy. And I think going from 8.45 cents to 7 cents at the most is not too crazy at all. With the 7.7 cents general expectation, not crazy at all. I would even say it's more likely to go to 7.2 cents than 7 cents, but I think 7.7 holds up. 7.72 cents, okay, something like that. When you find support there and you're ready to move up higher, my expectation would be that, obviously you got a very robust move here. You've been in a horizontal range ever since then. You're probably going to see a very similar move breaking out of this, right? Horizontal patterns, they don't necessarily have to perform like a bull flag, but I do feel like you get reciprocated moves. From a low to a high, if you were to put this at the base of the pattern, you'd expect a move that takes you all the way up to like 40 cents or something like that, right? If we take this from a high to a low, that's right above our 886. And in bullish circumstances, it's more common from this area when you reject the golden ratio like this. It's more common to go to the 886, 786 area. And again, this isn't like a proper measure move of a horizontal pattern. I think technically a horizontal pattern you're supposed to measure from the low of the pattern to the high of the pattern, if I'm not mistaken. And you put that breakout there. I guess it actually takes you at the exact same area. So never mind. I guess that is the measure move of that area nonetheless. But it's not as common to go above the 886. Expecting prices above 35 cents isn't necessarily a guarantee, but 25.7 cents or higher, I'd very, very much feel safe on that. And here we are at 8.4 cents now. But I would anticipate a 40-cent price, man. With that measure move, 39, 40 cent, maybe 50 cent at the most. Sometimes in bullish cases, and we know this thing's bullish, you do go to the 886, 100 level, and that's where you find some resistance, consolidate, whatever, and then you run up. Overall, of course, this is where I think you'll stop next, but not like you did here, right? From April to June, end of June, beginning or end of April to end of June, I don't think you'll stop here for 2 months. Maybe you make this move in like the middle of July, you consolidate the rest of July, and then going into August, we break out and we see $1.14 to $3.30. Something like that's what I'm expecting. $1.14 to $3.30 by the end of August, or sometime in August, maybe better put. I like the idea of going just below $2, but time will tell if we get there. You're at 8 cents now. We're expecting some phenomenal growth from the current price. The current price, 8 cents or $1.14 would give you a 13x. Something just below $2 would give you over a 20x. So looking forward to that. Maybe at the most you see something more, but I don't know if we're going to see 330. I feel more comfortable saying $1.14 to $2 sometime in August. But at this point in time, I got nothing else for you guys, so I'll just end it there. If you liked the video, hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one, all right? Take care of yourselves, and bye-bye.